Hello and welcome to Sydney Circular Quay and another video on E&Z Travels. Today I'm going to be flying from Sydney through to Brisbane on board Rex in their business class. I've got a few hours before the flight. I'm going to make my way to the airport and we'll check out the Rex Lounge, which of course you get complimentary access to with your business class fare. It's a beautiful day in Sydney and hopefully it is a beautiful day for flying. Let's go to the airport. So despite the industrial action going on at the moment with Sydney's train network, the train is still the most convenient way to get to the airport from the CBD, and trains appear to be operating about every 10 minutes from Circular Quay today, which I think is their normal timetable. The Circular Quay train station is a great spot to have a look out at the harbour, especially the platform in the direction of the airport, because you're right above the ferry terminal. And I mean, if there's a cruise ship there, you get a good look at the cruise ship as well. But I mean, check out the view. And of course, masks are still mandatory on public transport in Sydney. So make sure you mask up before you jump on the train.
The train on platform 2 goes to Brisbane via airport stations. First stop, St James, Museum, Central, Green Square, Mascot, Domestic Airport, International Airport, Walleye Creek, Canberra, and then all stations to Brisbane. This station is Circular Quay.
So I've got this section of the train to myself at the moment. I'm assuming it will get a bit busier as we get through to Central and then the airport. I think the airport ticket is still about $14 for maybe $11, something like that, for access at the airport station plus the travel. So it works out to be about $14-15 per person, per adult. It's not the cheapest, but then again, if you compare it to Brisbane, I think it's a lot cheaper. Benefit of Sydney's Opal system is that you can tap on and off with your EFTPOS card as long as it's got PayPass, which I think everyone does now. Also Apple Pay, Android Wallet, whatever it's called. I'm not an Android person. Yeah, you can do all that, and it does make it really easy to use. So yeah, I guess Australia's biggest city sort of has to have something decent. But yeah. And travel time from Circular Quay to the airport, it's about 20 minutes from memory. Okay, so we're heading up out of the train station now. There's a walkway joining everything together. And today, as we're flying Rex, we need to turn left because we are flying from Terminal 2. Terminal 2 has all airlines except for Qantas and QantasLink domestically. That includes Jetstar, who is obviously a subsidiary of Qantas. They also operate from Terminal 2. As it was the middle of the day on a weekday, there wasn't much happening in the check-in area when I arrived at the airport. However, I was already checked in and I was able to proceed straight through security, which was an absolute breeze at this hour. I am through security now, which is a reasonably painless process at Sydney Airport today, probably because it's the middle of the day and there isn't that many flights leaving, because I'm certainly flying out of here in peak hour recently. We've all seen the pictures on Facebook and the news, and the lines are massive. Now, I'm flying business class today. Do have lounge access with Rex. Now I'm pretty sure the way the Rex lounge works is that you get 2 hours of lounge access before your flight. So I'm just going to hold off for now. I'm a bit earlier than 2 hours before my flight, and there's another Rex flight looks like getting ready for departure. And I just walked past the Rex Lounge. It looked quite busy. It's only a very small lounge, so I'll wait until I see that other Rex flight boarding, and then I'll head around to the thing, to the lounge. Until then, I'm going to head out to the end of the jet stop here. We can get some nice views and have a look at what's going on around the airport. Alright, so it's off to the Rex Lounge now. The Rex Lounge is available for anyone travelling in business class, any of their Rex Lounge members. You can purchase the... That's very loud. Very, very loud. You can purchase access to the Rex Lounge if you are travelling in their economy class, as long as it's not the very base fare. And the Rex Lounge is also the priority pass lounge for the Sydney domestic terminal, although it's going to be a little bit inconvenient if you're departing from Terminal 3. The lounge is located at Gate Golf 2, which is where all their regional flights depart from. Quite a handy spot, and the jet flights just seem to depart wherever they can fit them in. Most of the time I've left on the Jetstar side where I am now, but today we're leaving from the Virgin Pier, so it's all interconnected. Not a problem, just leave some time to walk from the lounge so you're not rushing. But yeah, let's go check out the Rex Lounge. The Rex Lounge was a lot busier than I had anticipated today, so I didn't really film much around the lounge. It's a served sort of buffet. Grabbed myself a sandwich, which was actually frozen. It's a little bit disappointing there, but it's still nice and quiet to wait there. So on the way to the gate now. The Rex Lounge is pretty basic. There's really not much to write home about, but hey, it's comfier than the rest of the terminal. Off to gate 35, which is, as I mentioned earlier, I think, on the Virgin side of the terminal. So just got to dodge the food court from the lounge and then head around through all the retail and over to the gate. And flight to Brisbane is apparently already boarding. They've called it for boarding anyway from the lounge. So I presume, given I think there's still about half an hour till departure, hopefully an early departure today. So that'd be nice. Get up to Brisbane a bit early. Yeah. Flying me to Brisbane today is this 19-year-old Boeing 737-800 VH-RQC, delivered to Rex in December of 2020. It is featured in 2 of my previous Rex business class reviews. This aircraft was originally delivered to Virgin Blue in 2003, wearing the registration VHVOP. It also spent time with Pacific Blue with the registration ZKPBB. Today, priority boarding was strictly enforced. Thank you.
Hi. 2A, fantastic. So you're doing the window seat, just straight to the right-hand side.
This aircraft features the Virgin Australia interior, with 8 business class seats and 168 economy seats, including the extra legroom seats in the first 3 rows of economy. Shortly after boarding, we were offered a pre-flight drink, served in a plastic cup. Today, a choice of orange juice, sparkling wine or water. I opted for an orange juice. Shortly after pre-flight drinks were served, we were handed out Wi-Fi access cards. Wi-Fi is a paid service on board Rex, however business class guests get Wi-Fi complimentary. We are given access to the highest speed package for the entire flight. The Wi-Fi was pretty good on this flight. I did try to run a speed test, however it failed to work properly. After a mammoth taxi, it was finally time to take off from Sydney's runway 16 left. After it initially seemed that we had set course for New Zealand, we did eventually make a turn back towards the north and we were on our way to Brisbane, hugging the coastline before tracking slightly inland and then popping back out over the coast near the Gold Coast. Cruising today at 37,000 feet for the flight time of 1 hour and 14 minutes. Now, I'm sure I'll do better seat reviews, but as you can see, the legroom is quite ample in business class, and there's a large tray table. If you want to see a better seat review, I guarantee you one of my other videos will have one. However, just wasn't my thing today, it seems. You have the standard Boeing 737-800 overhead panel with reading lights and individual air vents. We've got a safety card in the seat pocket and the Rex True Blue magazine, as well as my GoPro mount, which wanted to come out as well. Looks like they're celebrating maybe Floriade from Canberra, my hometown, on the front cover of the Rex magazine. As well as their in-flight Wi-Fi, Rex also offer streamed entertainment to your own personal device, which is complimentary. There's a range of movies and TV shows. Doesn't seem like the greatest, but it's certainly there. So I didn't try and watch anything on this flight. It's very similar to the Virgin Australia selection. There is a map as well you can access, but when you have in-flight Wi-Fi, why bother with a map when you can just watch Flight Radar? The in-flight service today kicked off with some drinks. I grabbed a Sprite, and we were then served with the main course. Today it was a spanakopita with a warm bread roll. There's also a cake on the tray. There's also some nice dark chocolate on the tray. Rex only used disposable cutlery and packaging items. Now this does look absolutely feral, however I can assure you it was delicious, and it was the first day it was on the menu, the crew told me.
Board, we're going to enjoy the journey with Rex. We're leveled at 37,000 feet, that's around about 11,200 minutes for our flight today. And thanks for getting the airport nice and early, and from ground speed just in excess of 900 kilometres per hour. We are showing an on-schedule arrival in Brisbane at 4:45. Certainly a pleasant day for flying, nice smooth clear skies, and the seatbelt sign is off. I do though of course make the usual recommendation. Whenever you're seated, please do so with your belt fastened. It is of course as the more seasoned traveller does, and as we always do right here on the flight team. Taking pretty much the standard track as we headed out through past Kurnell and up to turning to the left, paralleling the Sydney coastline up towards Newcastle. At the moment, those are on the right-hand side, a lovely view of Coffs Harbour as we continue up towards Grafton and then shortly Barra Bay, sitting far on the coast to the right as we continue northbound, coming on the top of the Gold Coast before heading towards Moreton Bay and making a final approach on into Brisbane City itself. Conditions there, well, this time of the year, as you would expect, simply sensational. 18 degrees right now, lovely clear skies, just a bit of a southerly breeze blowing. Well, I know the camera crew are giving you some of our famous country hospitality. Make yourself comfy, settle back, relax. This is Rex.
So I believe there was an extra pilot in the cockpit on today's flight, and they seemed to be just having a little bit too much fun, if that PA is anything to go on. Anyway, the Rex service on today's flight was absolutely outstanding. The cabin crew were incredibly friendly, and the food, despite its not so great appearance, was absolutely delicious. For $299, you really can't complain about what you're getting with Rex. It's a really great service for the price they're offering it at. Our approach into Brisbane today had us landing on runway 19 left, back towards the south, after a beautiful approach over Moreton Bay.
everyone, a very warm welcome to Brisbane, where the local time is approaching 3:45. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please do remain seated with your seatbelt firmly fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. If your electronic devices are within reach, you're welcome to use these now, but electronic devices must not be used whilst disembarking the aircraft and crossing the tarmac. Prior to leaving the aircraft today, please. If you are leaving outside the rear stairs today, rear bridge rather, do take care with our door. Thank you.
So we've just arrived in Brisbane with Rex after a simply sensational flight. Great flight. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe so you don't miss any more content like this. And I'll be back next week, Monday 5 PM with another video.